Namaste everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Before we begin this class, you might like to grab a strap or a towel, and if you have one, a block or a larger book to help support the postures. Now to begin, lay down on your back, feet hip-width apart, toes gently roll out to the side. Arms away from the torso, palms facing the sky, and fingers gently curl in. We have an opportunity to touch the present moment, so put down all phenomena and begin to be attentive to the breath. Feel the breath come in. Feel the breath go out. So throughout my class, I have two principles. The first one is a deep inhale through the nose and a long exhale out the nose. The second principle is not to be in competition with yourself or others around you. So put down all expectations, all competitiveness, and come back to the breath and continue to let go. So allow yourself to feel your connection with the earth through your back. And through this contact, continue to let go. Whole body and mind inhale. Whole body and mind exhale. Keep letting go. So begin to wiggle your toes, and when you're ready, inhale, right knee into the right side of the armpit. Gently pull in. Allow the shoulders to drop away from the ears. Feel the belly moving. Stay with the breath. Release. Inhale, left knee into the left side of the torso. Gently pull into your armpit. The force isn't too excessive at the moment. We're just allowing ourselves to become aware of our body. So shoulders drop away from the ears. The tongue rests behind the top of the teeth. And allow your breath to move through the belly, the ribs, the throat, and then follow the exhale all the way. Release. Inhale, both knees into the chest. You grab opposite wrists, forearms or elbows. Apply some pressure. Allow the sit bones to drop down to the floor, shoulders away from the ears, and the tongue behind the top of the teeth. So the roof of your mouth is soft. Belly moving with the breath. Following the exhales to completion. You can begin to rock from side to side. And if it's available to you, you can rock back and forth up into a seated position. Otherwise, rock to one side and gently push yourself up. We're going to continue with these warming exercises. You bring the right foot out in front, the left foot near the left side of your glute. Inhale, look up. Exhale, gently come down onto your palms. Now, if you're really tight, that's fine. Stay with the breath and breathe into that space. Otherwise, if it's available to you, you can begin to drop all the way down till the forehead's in contact with the earth on the floor. If your head's just off the floor, what you can do is place a block or stack your hands so your head can rest on top of your hands. Inhale, look up. Rise up, swap sides. So left leg out in front, right leg back near the right hip. Reach your fingers as we inhale, bright chest. Exhale, forward fold through the hips. Come down onto your forearms. Feel the body out, and if it's available, drop all the way down so that the forehead's in contact with the earth. Deep inhales, long and soft exhales. You're falling away with the breath. Inhale, rise up, look up, shoulders broad. Exhale, bring the knees wide, toes touch, wide-legged child's pose. So inhale, look up, and then exhale, begin to sink those sit bones back onto the heels and come all the way down so the forehead can touch. Now, if you have tight hips, it's okay if the sit bones or the glutes are off the floor. You just want to keep that action down into the heels. The arm's still passive here, we're not fully extended. And if it's available, your forehead's in contact with the earth. This helps supports the dropping away. Gently inhale, walk over to the right side, place your right hand on top of left and sink down into the left hip. Feel a lengthening through the shoulders, the side torso. Stay with the breath. Inhale, walk over to the left side. Place the left hand on top of right, sink down into the right hip, feel a lengthening through the right side of your torso. And use the breath to nurture these sensations. So the inhale, we create space. The exhales, we go deeper. Inhale, back to center. Walk those fingertips out all the way now, long through the body. Begin to sink down into the heels, forehead touches. Deep inhale. Allow the belly to move with the breathing. Long exhales. So the tongue's behind the top of the teeth. Breathing into the skull. following the exhales to completion. Well done. Gently come up onto all fours for some cat-cow. The wrists are stacked under shoulders and the hips are stacked under the hips. We inhale, look up, shoulder blades back. Exhale, roll forward, push through the palms, drop the chin. Inhaling, look up. Exhale, movement with breath, dropping the chin, pushing through the palms. As we inhale, tailbone up. Exhale. Inhale back to neutral, and let's tuck the toes and come back to our first downward facing dog for this evening. So it's a modified dog. You keep the knees bent, the hands are shoulder width apart, the fingers are spread out, the shoulders drop away from the ears, and the head is relaxed. So allow the neck area to be relaxed and turn your focal point with your gaze through the legs or to your navel. Now allow the eyes to be soft here once you have your focal point. It's called a drishti. Well done. Walk the hands back gently. Keep the knees bent. Be very soft in this posture. Grab opposite elbows. And allow your neck again to be relaxed. So you're very soft through this posture. Allow your facial muscles to be soft. And now begin to breathe into the legs. It's okay to feel your body or torso rise with the in-breath. Inhale, gently walk the hands back to the front of the mat for a bit of a longer dog. Shoulders drop away from the ears, head's relaxed. Find a focal point, either your navel or through the legs. Tongue behind the top of the teeth. Breathing into the skull. Deep breathing. Long exhales. Looking to the front of the mat. Walk or step, feet hip width apart. Inhaling, half lift. Exhale, place the hands on the floor. Relax the head. Breathe into the legs. Now, if this is too much, you can grab opposite elbows and continue to be soft in this posture. So we're nourishing the base. Inhale, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Hands come overhead. Exhale, hands by our side. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, hands come up, look to thumbs. Exhale, hands by our side. Inhaling, rise up, look to thumbs. Exhale, hands by the side. Stepping the feet to the front of the mat, toes touch, slight gap in the heels. Inhale, hands come overhead, Surya Namaskara A. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, shoulder blades roll up the spine. As we exhale, walk or step back, high plank. Dropping down all the way to a prone on the floor. Hands come out in front, elbows under shoulders as we inhale for Sphinx posture. Exhale, looking over the right shoulder to the right heel. As we inhale, lead with the breath, look up. Exhale, look over to your left. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, push back to extended child's pose. So long through the fingertips here, long arms, and we continue with the exhale down onto our heels, belly moving with the breath, tongue behind the top of the teeth. Inhaling, coming up onto all fours as we look up. Exhale, push through the palms, drop the chin. Inhaling back to neutral. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, gently walk or step, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, heavy through the feet, light through the heart, look to thumbs. Exhale, hands by our side. Second time. Inhaling, look to thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Hands by the ankles on the floor as we inhale, half lift. Exhale, walk or step back, high plank, dropping down, elbows close to ribs till we're lying on the floor. Hands adjacent to the head as we inhale, look up, cobra. Exhale, push back, extended child's pose. So throughout the class, if you ever feel that you need to come down out of a posture, you come into this posture, child's pose, or if downward facing dog is becoming too hard, you drop down into this posture. Inhaling, coming up onto all fours, looking up, tailbone up. As we exhale, roll the spine, drop the chin. Inhaling, back to neutral. Push back on the exhale, downward facing dog. And then inhale, walk or step, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, look to thumbs. Exhale, hands by our side. Full variation, Surya Namaskara A, inhaling, look to thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, walk or step back, high plank, chaturanga, elbows close to ribs as we inhale, bright heart, look up, knees off the floor. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. We're here for 5 breaths now, so hands shoulder width apart, feet hip width apart. Our fingers are spread out, equal weight on the palms, as our shoulders drop away from the ears. The head is relaxed. We look between the knees to a focus point or to the navel. Now once we find that focus point, allow the eyes to soften, the tongue's resting behind the top of the teeth, and we breathe into the skull. Whole body and mind, inhale. Whole body and mind, exhaling. We're purifying the base. Inhale, look to the front of the mat, walk or step, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, look to thumbs. Exhaling, hands by our side. Well done, everyone. Sun salutation B. Inhale, swoop the floor, look to thumbs, drop the hips. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, shoulder blades roll up the spine. As we exhale, walk, step or hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, liberate the heart, look up. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. We're going to come into a low lunge. Inhale, the right foot forward, drop the left knee to the floor. Hands rise up, look to thumbs. So as we exhale, same exhale all the way, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, bright chest, look up. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Left side, inhale the left foot forward, drop the right knee to the floor, same breath, hands up, look to thumbs. Same exhale all the way. Chaturanga, inhale. Full breath here. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. One. Tongue behind the top of the teeth. The roof of the mouth is soft. Breathing into the skull here. Follow the exhales all the way, begin to lengthen, drop the heels, lengthen the hamstrings. Full breaths. Inhale, look to the front of the mat, walk, step or hop, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the floor, drop the hips, look to thumbs. Exhale, hands by our side. Second one, inhale, sweep the floor, look to thumbs, drop the hips. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, walk, step or hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, bright chest, look up. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Your option, we're coming to a high lunge. Inhale, right foot forward, knee stacked above ankle, hands come up, look to thumbs if it's available. Same exhale all the way now, chaturanga. Inhale, liberate the heart, bright breath. Exhale, push back, left side. Inhale, step the left foot forward, rise up, high lunge. Exhale, same exhale all the way, chaturanga. Inhale. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. We're here for 5. 1. So we should be feeling heat throughout the body now. And whatever's moving through you, allow it to move through you freely. The eyes are soft. Breathing into the skull here. So what we're doing is through our asana practice, our postures, we accompany it with a concentration on the breath. This helps establish a meditative mind. Look to the front of the mat, walk, step or hop. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the floor, look to thumbs, drop the hips. Exhale, hands by our side. Well done. Palms out, feet together. Take a breath here. Let go. Eyes shut. Very soft in this posture. Feel both sides of your body, left and right, front and back, above and below. Well done. Inhale, step the right foot back, Trikonasana. Turn the right foot to the back of the mat. Left foot becomes 45 degrees. Lengthen through the arms. And you can have a block here as you exhale, fold forward. You can place the right hand on your shin, left hand up to the ceiling, look to thumbs. Otherwise, if it's available, you can take the full posture. Fingers to big toes. We're very long here. I don't want you to sacrifice the posture by bending your knees to take the big toes. I want you to stay long and broad through the chest, breathing into the side body. Well done. Inhale, rise up, swap sides. Right foot 45 degrees, lengthen through the arms. As we exhale, fold over that left hip. Left hand to shin or ankle, right hand rises up. We look to the base of the right thumb. This is our drishti. Now the eyes soften and we breathe into the side body. Our heart is buoyant here. If you're in the full posture and this is comfortable, the micro movement from here is activating your quadriceps onto your femur. Yes, stay broad here, breathe into the chest, the heart is buoyant. Well done. Inhale, rise up, swap sides. And if you have a block, this can help you here. So place a block on the outside of the right foot. Square the hips up, right hand onto your tailbone. As we inhale, left hand comes up. Pick your variation. Exhale, we come all the way down. So the left hand's adjacent to the arch of the foot. We look over the right shoulder. Right hand comes up. Now, if you're comfortable and you've reached your fingers, what you can do is drop down to your palms. And if you do have a block or a book, you can use that to send energy down into the block, broad chest, keep opening through the chest, look to thumbs. Inhale, rise up. Well done. Swap sides. Square the hips up again, 45 degrees. It's really important to have the hips square when you start this posture to allow the rotation of the lumbar region. Inhale, right hand comes up. Exhale, right hand down to the floor, adjacent to the arch of the foot. Reach your fingers, left hand comes up to the ceiling. We look to the left thumb. Now, if it's comfortable, drop down onto your palms. Stay long here, following the exhales. So we're purifying the internal organs in this posture. Inhale, rise all the way up. Well done. Exhale, step to the front of the mat, feet together. Inhale, step the right foot back longer this time. We're going to come into warrior two. So the left leg stays 90 degrees and the right foot turns out to the back of the mat. We start to sink into that front leg so that the knees stacked above the heel. Send energy down through the blade of the left foot. You're long here. Lengthen through the arms and look to the front. Now continue to sink into that front knee. If your knees are in front of the toes, it's an indication you can go longer in your stance. Now lift the pelvic floor and continue with your breathing here. Well done. Keep sinking into that front knee and drop the right elbow down to right knee. Left hand comes over the top into extended side angle pose. Our chin hugs the armpit as we look to the left hand. Stay with the breathing here. We're very long in this posture. Stay with it. Well done. Inhale, rise up, swap sides. There will be shakiness throughout this sequence. Stay with it. Right leg back 90 degrees, sink into that front leg. A tendency is that knee collapses in. What you want to do is make it plane with the body. Yeah, so you can see your big toe. Keep sinking into that front leg. Lengthen through the hands. Lift up through the pelvic floor. And continue to sink into that front leg. So invite the warrior within you. So this is a warrior two posture. And what the warrior postures do, it gives rise to our determination. Place the left elbow down onto the left knee. Right hand comes over the top. Look to the base of the right hand. So the chin's hugging our armpit and we're very long. So send energy down through the blade of the back foot. Stay with the breath. How often in our life do we have a preference to be comfortable? Inhale, rise up. Exhale, step to the front of the mat. Well done. Take a moment here, palms out, eyes shut. Whatever's moving through you, allow it to move through you freely. Well done. We're going to come in a tree posture or tree pose. I'm just going to come to the middle of the mat, but you stay standing on the front of the mat. Find a focal point in front of you and place the right foot either onto your ankle, the calf, or if it's available, onto the inside of your left leg. Now, allow that knee to be plain with your body. Bring the hands into prayer. And if it's available in your practice, what we're going to do is lengthen the hands up to the ceilings, but allow the wrists to cross and then the palms touch. You'll feel an opening in your shoulders here. Stay long in this posture. So keep lengthening through the armpits. Keep lengthening through the legs. Send energy down into the earth through the legs. Well done, release. Hands to prayer. Feet to the floor. Well done, shake it out. Left side. Inhale, left foot comes either to your ankle, calves, or the inside of your thigh. Hands into prayer. Allow the opposite wrist to cross in front as the hands grow tall, the palms touch. The chin slightly dropped, it's not excessively dropped. And don't lose the breathing here. Deep inhales, long exhales. It's okay if you're falling out of the posture. Each time you come back, you begin anew. Well done, release. Feet together, palms out, stand to the front of the mat. Vinyasa, inhale, look to thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. As we exhale, walk, step or hop back, chaturanga. Inhaling, bright chest, look up. As we exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Well done, gently come down onto your knees and bring the legs out in front. We're going to come into Dandasana, staff pose. So dorsiflex the feet, move the flesh away from the sit bones, bring the hands out in front, adjacent to your calves, and then as you inhale, bring the hands back by your side. The palms are resting on the floor, but you're not sending energy down through them. The shoulder blades roll down the spine, so the shoulders away from the ears, and you drop the chest. Now the belly's moving with the breathing here. More breath. Follow the exhale. Well done. Inhale, hands come up to the ceiling. As we exhale, forward fold. Now, if you have a towel or strap, this is going to be the time you use it for Paschimottanasana. I don't want you to be rolling forward and having a big bend in your spine when you're learning this posture. It's the wrong anatomical position for the body. So if you have a strap, bring the strap or towel over the feet and allow your chest to be broad here. Inhale, look up. Exhale, forward fold in. And as soon as you find the spine begin to curl, that's the space you stop. Shoulders broad. Deep breaths. Now, if you don't have a strap, you take the big toes. And if you can't reach the big toes, the hands are just resting down by the side of the calves. Inhale, rise all the way up, look up. And then exhale, hands go on the outside of your feet. Otherwise, you roll your hands up in the strap and go deeper. So we've got 3 variations and we're aiming to go a little bit deeper each time. You can look to your top of your ankles here as a focal point, or your shins. And if the body's moving with the breath, it's totally fine. Inhale, rise up. 3rd variation. Roll up the strap a little bit more, otherwise take the full posture, grab opposite wrist, forward fold. Now if you can't do this, it's totally fine. We're working to our capacity. If it's too much on the hamstrings, it's okay to take a softened approach and have a bent leg, bend in your knees. You'll find the breath starts to access the legs a lot better. Well done. Inhale, look up. Shake it out. Let's come into the counter posture. So the feet become hip width and bend your knees, and the hands are placed behind the back. Now, if you have bad wrists, you come onto your fists. What we do is we inhale, we send energy down through the heels and lift the hips up. That's your first variation. Otherwise, if it's available, hands down, palms down. Send energy in the heels, lift up, and then drop the chin back last. More breath here. Keep sending energy down through the heels. Move the belly. Well done. Release. Good work. You can wiggle the legs a little bit. Well done. So we're going to come into Baddha Konasana, or butterfly posture. And in the Ashtanga tradition, we use the feet like pages of the book. Inhale, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Bring the hands out in front, and we're going to take a passive approach to this. So you can be active when you're trying to force or engage the muscles groups, or we can be passive. Now, if you have really tight hips or hamstrings, you can sit on top of the block. And that just allows you to fold forward easier. Otherwise, everyone else, eyes shut, stay with the breathing. Now, if you're finding your mind wandering all the time when we start to hold these postures for longer, that's great. We're becoming observant of our monkey mind. So we all have this type of jumping around, cloudiness, clinging to the past. Well done. Inhale, rise up. Release. And come back to a high plank in your own way, and we'll exhale into a vinyasa. Inhale, rise up, bright chest. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Let's come into pigeon pose. So inhale, right foot up, and then exhale, bring the right knee to the right hand and open the leg out to the side. So the right foot is on the left side of the mat. Walk that back leg back as far as possible. And inhale, look up, bright chest. Exhale, forward fold. All the way down. Now, if your hip is really elevated off the ground and you have a block, place it in under the right hip. That's going to help you here. If you ever want more in this stretch, you have the leg more at a right angle. Otherwise, you just scale it back to whatever your capacity is. Use the breath to nurture the sensations and feelings in this posture. Full awareness of the in-breath. Full awareness of the out-breath. Inhale, rise up, look up, untuck that back leg. You're going to be sensitive in the hip here. And in your own way, you can come back to downward facing dog. It's your option, or vinyasa. Exhale, come down. Inhale, right chest. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Left side, lift the left leg up as we inhale, and then exhale, left knee to the left hand. We open that leg up so the left foot's on the right side of the mat. We inhale, look up. Exhale, forward fold, coming all the way down so that the forehead's resting on the floor. Now, if your hip's elevated, you can put a block or a cushion in this posture. It helps support. Otherwise, it's very important to be falling away in this posture. Whatever's arising, allow it to arise, and in the same way it came, allow it to pass away. So something arises, it's sustained for a period of time, and then it passes away. Well done. Inhale, rise up, look up. And in your own time, walk that leg forward, come back to a high plank. And all together now. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. So let's come into Ustrasana, camel pose. Bring the knees to the front of the mat. The knees are stacked under the hips and the feet are behind you. So there's three options. The first option, so look to me, the hands are resting on the glutes, and we bring the hips forward and then we drop the head back. So that's option one. Now the second option, we tuck the toes so that the heels are elevated. We bring the hips forward and then we find the right heel, find the left heel, and then the chin is tucked on the chest, and then you drop the chin back. So the chin's last to come back. So that's option two here. Now the third variation, if it's in your practice, the toes are untucked, you find the right heel, you find the left heel. So whatever your variation, let's come into it. The hips come forward, the chin drops back. You're very open in this posture. Now, if you want to, you send energy down into the legs, pushing against the floor. Hips continue forward, heart open. Breathe into the heart. More breath. Well done, release. Well done. Come down into child's pose, so knees and feet together. Sit back gently, forehead touches, and bring the hands by your ankles with a slight bend in your elbows. So we're very soft now, we're very receptive, and we feel our contact with the earth, and we let go into our Great Mother. So let go. Long and soft breathing here. Well done. Gently come out of the posture and make your way into a high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Allow the knees to come down to the floor and bring the legs out to the front and lay down on your back. Arms to the side, toes roll out, and feel the body here. Inhaling the right leg into the right side of the torso, give yourself a squeeze, and then bring the right foot on top of the left thigh. The left hand comes on top of the right knee as you gently begin to drop it down to the floor. Now extend the right hand in the opposite direction, and if it's available to you, look over to the right hand. Eyes can be shut here. There's a cooling effect to this posture, so we're winding down from our practice and we're turning inwards. So inherently we're going to have more of a shallow breath, but it's very important that we follow the exhales all the way in these twisted variations. Well done. Give yourself a squeeze and release. So feet roll out to the side, palms up. And just take a moment here to record this impression. It's a wholesome impression we're recording. There's a softness in our body and our mind, and this is available to us at all times throughout the day. Left side, inhale, left knee into the torso. Give yourself a light squeeze and then place the left leg on top of right leg. Right hand on top of left knee and gently twist down. So your big toe might touch first, and that's fine if that's where you are. Otherwise, you can release the leg so that the knee and leg can come all the way down to the floor. Make sure that left hand's extended to the opposite direction. And if it's available to you, allow the head to look to the left hand. Your eyes can be shut here. Long and soft breathing. Well done, release. Give yourself a squeeze. Both legs down. Toes roll out to the side, the jaws unclench, palms facing up. We're soft through the body, and we're finding a balance of both sides now. Well done. Give yourself a squeeze, both legs into the chest, grab opposite elbows or wrists, whatever variation you're at is completely fine. And you can rock to one side or both sides, or if it's available to you, you can rock up into a seated position. Final posture for this evening. So Sukhasana, bring yourself into a seated position. You might want to elevate the hips with a block if it's too much, but for most of us, we're okay here. Bring the hands out in front as we inhale, look up. And then exhale, forward fold from the hips, come down onto the forearms. If it's available to you, drop all the way down so the forehead can touch. Now if the forehead's close to the floor, you can stack your hands into fist positions and allow the forehead to rest on top of the fist. Otherwise, if you're not close to the floor, your eyes are shut and you're leading with your sternum, and every exhale you're going deeper. Inhale, look up, rise up. Let's swap sides. Inhale, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Come down all the way if it's available, or pick your variation. So we're retreating in now. We're shining the light inwards. And through deep introspection within ourselves comes clarity, peace of mind. Keep letting go. Full breaths. Five. Inhale, rise up, look up. Extend the legs. And come laying down on our back for final relaxation. So turn off the lights if you want, or place a towel or an eye pillow over your eyes. Your feet are hip width apart or a little bit wider. Your toes roll out. Your arms are away from the torso. Shoulders drop away from the ears. And the fingers gently curl in. Allow the hips to start sinking into the floor. The belly softens here. So release the internal organs. The softening takes place in the lower back. Feel that energy rise up into the shoulders, and then the shoulders drop away from the ears. Release your throat here and allow the tongue to retreat to the roof of the mouth, behind the top teeth. A soft smile comes to the face as your facial muscles relax. And your eyes begin to settle into the eye sockets. Now feel that space behind the eyes. It might be dark, it might be warm, and allow that space to penetrate through the whole body. So what yoga does as a practice, as a whole, it helps the fluctuating mind or the monkey mind to become still and present in this moment. So the question is, can we have a genuine encounter with life here now? If you have faith in yourself and the method, Follow your next exhalation to completion. Touch peace. Keep letting go. And if the mind begins to wander, just gently come back to the breath and fall away. So well done, everyone. This is your time. There's no need to rush out of this posture. Otherwise, you can begin to gently wiggle the toes, the fingers. Give yourself a big body stretch, full body stretch. And if you want, you can roll to one side, fetal position. Be very soft here as you rise up. And thank you for today. As always, we dedicate this practice to all beings. May they be at peace, may they be free, and may they be liberated. Thank you.